All right, so I am Tom. I'm here with Vicki. We're both therapists. Are you an EMDR therapist or trauma
Yeah.
therapist? Or okay,
Well,
good.
I've been a clinical psychologist for 35 years. I did my EMDR training this year, and I've done a couple of flash trainings. I'm
Okay,
studying a lot of trauma now.
okay, good. So we're here to demonstrate flash-like approaches. And if you did multiple flash trainings, you probably saw that there are multiple ways to do this. it's,
Hmm.
uh, it's a pretty flexible approach. And you can even take some trainings and not always be exactly sure how to do it sometimes, or how to do it consistently, or how to do it. So I'm going to follow the 4 blinks approach somewhat consistently. And to do that, we start, I like the container only because it's almost a little ritual that gives that trauma somewhere to go, and gives a procedure for pushing it out of awareness and a procedure for getting it out of the body some. So that's the purpose of the container, so that we can have all of our focus for the calm scene, which is where the work is done. So when I say container, is there a particular something that might work for you? Is there a particular?
Yep.
Can,
I actually did a recent one with you, and you talked about a book, putting it on the shelf. And I kind of like that. I was thinking of one of those books that, it's a fake book for
ah,
robbers.
got it. It's
Books
like a
that you
hollow book.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
So
So
I
let's
like that
do
because I
that.
love books. So I like
Let's
that
do that.
idea.
And if we need to, we can always push it further away if
Hmm.
if for some reason we need to. But good, a hollow book is a good container. What I'll have you do though is imagine it like almost, look at it. Notice what its outside's made of. Does it have a design? What color is it? What materials might it be made of? And then just notice, spend a moment noticing that. Okay, good. And is there something like a business card or a slip of paper that you might imagine going in it, seeing the book close, and then putting it on that shelf?
Hmm.
Okay, good. Does it feel like it's on the shelf? Does it feel like that slip of paper's in there?
Yep, I can do that. It helps that I have my book shelf in my office in front of me, so I can.
Excellent. You have a little blank space for it somewhere
Yeah,
there. Good.
exactly.
Excellent. Good. So we'll go with that container. Okay, good. The calm scene can be a calm scene. It can be a calm process. It can be it just needs to be different than the memory that you might work on. It can be making your favorite sandwich. It can be imagining going for a walk in your face. It can be petting an animal. It can be listening to music. You can literally listen. Do this with clients who will imagine a place and then we'll play music.
Hmm.
Okay. So is there anything that comes to mind that is already kind of a resource for you, or that might be helpful here?
I've done it before with music, and I found that was helpful. Although I don't know how it works when you're doing the flash and counting or not counting or whatever it is. It's. I'm not sure. What do you turn it on and off? I'm not quite
You
sure how
do.
that
So
process works.
you could minimize the Zoom screen. You could
Hmm.
just find this on YouTube,
Hmm.
right? And can spend a little bit of time finding the music that you want. And
Hmm.
absolutely. And then you just play it. Press play, press pause, press play, press pause. That does work well.
That's cool. Okay. But does it matter if there's a scene or if it's a
Yeah,
music
or
or
it
anything?
can be, it can be anything. Really, this would be an interesting demo if you wanted to do it, if you wanted to find even some clips from a favorite movie. The favorite
Hmm.
movie can be a calm scene, or music videos of a song you really like.
Hmm.
Ideally, if it'd be good if you knew the video and knew that the video was a little bit calming. Or
Okay. I could do a song because I have it on my phone.
excellent.
I'll find the guy though.
And we're going to not open up any memories, right? For now, not until we.
Okay. Stop it.
Good. And is this a song that consistently centers you or calms you or relaxes you?
Yeah, I love this.
Excellent.
But I don't know why I can't pause it. Okay, this is not good for your video.
You know what? It's okay. If it doesn't pause, it's okay. Although you probably do want to figure out how you can control it so it doesn't drop.
Yes, correct. I think I'll do it on Google instead.
Perfect.
I should be able to. Okay, I got it on my.
Good. And you may, if it's on YouTube, it's on YouTube. Is it on YouTube or not?
Yeah.
Okay, you may have to get through the ad. If there's an ad.
All right, good point. Oh no.
No, excellent. Good.
Now with all these ads on YouTube, it's so annoying.
Good. So do you want your the calm scene or the calm process to be just listening deeply to the song?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, awesome. And I'm not going to test it because you've already tested it many dozens of times. You have plenty of life experience that this is a calm song for you.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Now, when we're working on the memory, and we haven't identified the memory yet, but when we're working on the memory, do you want me to count silently so I'm not interrupting your music, and then I just say blink, and then you can do your blinks then? Is that okay?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you think that the progressive counting is an important component.
It does not seem to be.
Okay.
It is for my clients that are used to it. They're like, I'm used to hearing you counting. It lets me know you're there. But it doesn't seem to be. You can count. You can A, B, C, D, blink. You can, right? You can be quiet. I can be quiet. It does not seem to matter as an active ingredient. Same thing for bilateral. I've never done this with bilateral.
Really?
And it's worked almost all the time. So, I'm trying to figure out how we do this in as streamlined a way as possible that doesn't have a bunch of extraneous variables.
One of the things that I understood was the more the demand on working memory, the better the impact. So if there's bilateral movement or complex movement while you're doing the blinking, and do you feel that would add something? Or
for some people it may, but also for some people, all of these tasks may distract them from actually noticing the calm scene and being in the engaging focus. So it's probably, as a matter of fact, I'm going to have you blink every 5 seconds. And you may struggle. It's going to seem like as soon as you get back into the music, I'm going to have you blink again. So I'm already going to be pretty heavily taxing your ability to be in the calm scene. So
that's true.
Let's try it, and we'll make adjustments as needed. Okay. Good. So your music's ready to go. I'm ready to go. You didn't come with a particular memory. And really, if it's okay with you, what I would like to do is kind of do what I would do if I were working with a client with complex trauma, where there's just a whole bunch of stuff. One of the things I like to do is find a memory that's related to current, as in the last week or so stress. So what's been coming up in the last week, maybe theme-wise or maybe cognition-wise, and then find a memory that's been coming up in some way related to that.
Okay. I think I can do that.
Okay. And let me know, spend a little bit of time and just find a memory, as discrete individual memory. And the moment you find it, I know it can be a little bit like pulling out one thread from a whole jumble of things, but the moment you find it, let me know.
I don't know if this is a good choice. I'm really afraid of flying. Like, really, I haven't flown. See, my daughter's 33. So I've flown once in 34 years.
Do you have a memory of flying?
Well, this is interesting if you want to be psychodynamic or something, because when my parents got divorced, we flew to Florida with my grandparents for a thing. And then there was a time I went to visit my father by plane. And then there was another plane incident. My parents lived in Florida for a while. So there's a lot of, I think, I suspect a lot of, attachment, separation issues around flying. But I do have this one memory of one flight where I went to visit my parents in Florida. And it was really bad, bumpy flight. I was actually reading an abnormal psych book. It's my undergrad, and I'm trying to underline, and it's like, so that really.
How, and really quickly, I don't typically ask this, but about how distressing is that memory now when you think about it? 0 out of 10.
Yeah, it's not that distressing, I suppose. If I really, really got into it, if I took time to really imagine it.
And we're not going to.
Right. So, it would be about a 4 or 5, I suppose, if I really let myself.
Okay. But right now, it's not that. I'm wondering if we can find something that might have a little more heat in it. Because if we did this with a memory that was a 2 or a 3, it's going to be hard for you to see whether or not this has been effective. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I might be able to get that memory up, though, if I sit with it.
Okay.
Because if I picture myself on that plane and it's.
Let's try it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you container it right now and actually not sit with it. So whatever you have as a whole idea, container it. Just as an experience, container it, shrink it, see it go into your book, put it on the shelf.
Okay.
Good. Check your body. Make sure there's not any sitting.
Oh, I feel it.
Good. Vacuum it out, right? Imagine a list of metaphorical vacuum or shop vacuuming it out. Just vacuum it out. Okay, good. Okay, load up your, when it's gone, load up your calm scene, play your music, get into the experience of it, and just nod when you're in. And that's when I'm going to start my quiet time.
And I can't sweep you off of your feet.
Blink. Like 3 or 4 times really quickly. Good.
Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks?
Blink.
'Cause darling,
Blink. 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 Okay. Pause. Okay. How did that go? Were you able to stay in the music?
Yeah.
Good. I like to do 2 rounds before we check on the memory. Let's go right back into the music. Good. Let me know when you're in it.
Touch of a hand, denying me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just want to tell you I am, baby, now you say I'm crazy. Take me into your love,
Blink.
Kiss me under the light of a thousand stars. Call me. Place
Blink.
your hand on the beat of love. Not the only thing out loud.
Okay, how did that go?
Good.
Good. Okay, very quickly, just like opening a door on the memory and closing it, just peek at it really quickly. The moment you get anything distressing, immediately see it go into your container. Whatever the scene,
Okay.
whatever the sense, whatever the body sensation, immediately see it go into your container.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done.
Yeah, I put it back.
Okay, load up your calm scene. Let me know when you're there.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
We found love right where we are.
Blink.
When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades. Been so unavailable.
Blink.
And the crowds don't remember my name. Now sadly I know. When my
Blink.
hands don't play the strings the same way. Your heart is unobtainable. I
Blink.
know you would still love me. I'm seeing my
Blink. Okay. Good. How did that go? Okay, good. Really quickly, open the door, close it. Just a fraction of a second. Do you find something distressing?
Less, definitely
Okay.
less.
Find whatever it is that kind of pops out of the Jack in the Box of peeking.
Okay.
And immediately container it. Good. And check your body. Good. Let me know when it's container. Good. Load up your calm scene. Let me know when you're there. Blink. 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 Okay. Good. How did that go?
Great.
Okay, good. Peek at the memory. As soon as anything comes that's distressing, immediately container it.
Much, much less. Maybe a
Good.
tiny bit, but
Okay, just find a little bit. When you find it, container it.
okay.
Okay, see it go into your container. The more ritualistic you can do it, even if you see your hand going to the
That
shelf.
book.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
good. Excellent. Load up your calm scene. Let me know when you're there.
Baby, we found love right where we are. I have loved you for many years. Maybe I was just not enough. You made me realize my deepest fear by lying and tearing us apart. So baby, take me into your loving arms. You don't think I know.
Good. How did that go? Okay, excellent. Very quickly check the memory. When anything comes that's distressing, immediately container it, even if it's a little bit. Okay, good. See it go into your container. Push it out of your awareness. Shelve it. Good. Load up your music. Let me know when you're there. Blink. 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 Good. Okay, how'd that go? Good. Think about the bad memory. See if there's anything there that's still distressing, even if it's a tiny bit.
It doesn't feel as emotionally upsetting when I picture that plane being so bumpy. I still feel some
Got it.
tingling or
So
heat
you
here,
still
you know,
have activation there.
a
So
little bit.
just
Yeah.
try, just try scooping that up, that sensation up. So you go into the book, push it out of your awareness. Good. Load up your calm scene. Let me know when you're there.
Yeah. Oops.
Kiss me under the light of the stars.
Okay.
Call me, place your hand on the beat of love.
Right.
The only thing out loud, baby, we
Link.
found love right where we are.
Link.
I have loved you for many years.
Link.
Maybe I'll just
Okay.
say enough.
Right. Stop.
Good. Good. Yeah, at some point we're going to have to rewind, probably rewind the song.
I did already.
Okay,
a little
good.
bit.
Excellent. How did that go? Good. Play the memory and whatever comes on any channel, thought, body sensation, visual, anything that comes that's distressing, immediately container it, push it out of your awareness.
Much less. Even that is just a little.
Okay, good. Scoop it up.
Good.
See it go into your
Yeah.
container, push it out of your awareness. Good. Okay, good. Excellent. Load up your calm scene. Let me know when you're there. Link. 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 Okay. Okay. You can stop. Good. How did that go?
Good.
Okay, good. Check the memory. See if you can find some distress in it. And when it comes, just immediately container it.
I think it's pretty good. Maybe there's a tiny bit, but it's
Okay, check.
almost gone.
Almost gone. Then scoop that tiny bit up. See it go into the container. See it go on your
Okay.
shelf.
Okay.
Good. Load up your
All right.
experience, I guess. Link.
When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, feel so
Link.
and the crowds don't remember my name.
Link.
Sadly, I know when my hands don't play the
Link.
strings the same way. Your heart is unobtainable. I know you would still love me, but I'm thinking about how
Okay.
you're able to.
Good. How did that go?
Right.
Okay. Check the memory. See if you can find some heat.
Seems pretty good. I don't really feel
Okay,
anything.
good. Now that the kind of the 10,000 foot views, forgive the
Yeah.
metaphor,
Yeah.
the 10,000 foot view says that there's not much heat. Let's really zoom in, and I'll have you play it from the beginning to the end. And there's likely to be little pieces of heat. And when it comes,
Okay.
I want you to on one hand let me know, and then immediately container it, and then we'll go and we'll blink those.
Okay.
Even if it's a tiny bit.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
Okay, good. Whatever that is, scoop it up, put it in your book, close it up, put it on your shelf. Did you get all of it?
Okay.
Good. Good. Load up your scene.
Yep.
Great. 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 Okay, good. Okay, how did that go? Good. Check the place that just had heat. Does it still have heat?
I'm pretty calm when I think about it.
Okay, good. Then play the memory forward from there until you get to the next place that has heat.
When I tried to tell the flight attendant that I was getting off the plane and I'm not returning to Fort Lauderdale, they wouldn't let me get off.
Okay, is there
I
some
could
heat
picture-
there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, scoop that up. See it go into your container.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. See it go onto the shelf. Good. Check your body.
Yep.
Okay, good. Load up your experience.
Okay.
Wait. 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 Okay, good. Good. How did that go?
Good.
Okay, good. Check the place that just had heat. You still have any heat, even a tiny bit.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
That's
good.
pretty
Play it
solid.
forward until you find the next place of heat.
It feels not so bad.
Feels okay? Okay, good. So, good. Now, here's a question I have. Because the experience of flying, and you said you have not flown in how many years?
I've flown once in 34 years.
Once in 34 years. Does the idea of maybe wanting or needing to fly bring you anxiety or bring you stress? It does. I guess my question is how much of that is related to the memory you just worked on, and how much of it is related to the attachment and family stuff that was going on at the time?
I'm, as a psychologist, I believe that there's a lot of attachment around it, I think, because it's about death and attachment and loss, and right? So that's how it came, I think, to represent. But it took me a long time to figure all that out because I've been afraid of it for many years.
Okay, so I guess in that case, what that means is that the fear associated with this future trigger is probably nested, in the sense that it's probably got little tentacles in attachment stuff and other developmental stuff from that era. So I probably wouldn't do a flash future template until we cleared out some of that other stuff.
Right,
Does
because
that make-
those feeder memories would have to be dealt with.
Right.
Yeah. 'Cause
Probably
I'm not ready to
wouldn't
just.
that be a good idea?
Yeah.
But couldn't you imagine if all that, if somebody just had a really bad flight experience, doing a
Yeah.
future template might really clear out a lot of
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
So my hunch is maybe we don't do a flash future template. But if we were to do a flash future template, we'd imagine you flying. Whatever it is that's distressing about that would go into the container. But my hunch is what's distressing about it may be a whole bunch of other memories that we wouldn't have
Yes.
time to manage today. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I just did that with someone who had a car accident, and she didn't have a lot of other stuff, but we did flash for driving near where the accident happened and a lot of anxiety that went well. And then we did a future template. So now she's much better when she drives around there.
Excellent. Did you do like an EMDR future template, or did you do a flash future template?
Flash future template.
Good. It's elegant. They are elegant,
Yeah.
aren't they?
It was the one session and
Beautiful. Excellent. Well, thank you.
my pleasure.
This was a really good demo. So thank you for your time. Do you have any
My pleasure.
questions?
In theory, if you were going to do the future template, so you would do the same process, but instead of putting the memory in the container, you would be picturing flying, putting in the container.
Whatever it is that comes, right, that's distressing. So just like in
Mhm.
EMDR, when you would do a future template, you would imagine a scene, and then that
Yeah.
scene, there may be visual components of that. It may be the
Mhm.
checking in, it may be the getting on the plane, it may be takeoff, and whatever it is that, or it may be body sensations. A lot of times with
Mhm.
future templates, it's a lot of body sensations. The body's reacting
Mhm.
to us thinking about this thing that
Yeah.
might happen.
Yeah.
And then we scoop that up, put it in the container, and then we go to the calm scene. And we do that until you can play the whole future scenario without any distress on any channel.
Yeah.
The memory that you worked on was a while ago,
Mhm.
right? About
Yeah.
how many years ago?
First year of McGill, so I must have been 19 or 20. 19.
Okay. So did that memory get a little bit harder to play and access the more you interacted with it?
No, I could access the memory. I could picture it, but I didn't have the feeling associated with it.
Okay. Does it feel older now when you think about it? Does it still feel incredibly fresh and vivid, or does it feel like it happened a while ago?
It's funny, I don't really have a temporal sense of it. I have a strong picture of it,
Yeah.
as if I'm watching myself on that plane bouncing up and down. That's the flashbulb memory, I think, in my mind.
Right.
It's just much less vivid. It just doesn't feel, there's no
And you
feeling
don't have a
tone
lot of
associated with it.
emotional attachment. I mean, you don't have a lot of emotions attached to that scene.
No,
Okay, good.
I can picture it, but it doesn't cause me a lot of anxiety when I think about it now.
Okay, good. So definitely quite a bit of desensitization.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, any other questions?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you for
My pleasure.
going on the journey.
All right, take care.
Okay.